All right, I wanted to put together a sort of introduction video on all the gear for Denali. Sort of go through it piece by piece so everybody can get an idea of what you need to do an independent climb on Denali and prepare for your expedition. So go ahead and throw this out for Wild Made Adventures. This will be on our YouTube channel. And I'll start with the feet and sort of work my way through what you need on an expedition. Okay, let's start right here with footwear. Okay, first of all, you're going to need a warm boot. This is a double plastic Arctic XB Koflak boot. I've taken these on several mountains. They've served me well, and I'm going to use these on Denali. Some people will use a warmer 8,000 meter boot, but these should be fine as long as you got the outerwear for these. So basically you got a plastic hard shell with a nice warm Intuition liner. Okay, so with the boots you're going to have some sort of outer protected gaiter. These right here are the Outdoor Research Expedition Crocodile gaiters. These are just going to be for the lower glacier, just to protect your socks, keep your feet as dry as possible. Pretty good, all quality gaiter. So for summit day and on the higher mountain, we've got a very warm outer 40 below shell. This is basically like surfing material here, which fits over the entire boot as extra insulation. Okay, so that'll be for the higher mountain and summit. And then you've got to have some sort of crampon. You got to make sure that the crampon you choose fits on the boot that you've chosen. These here are just the Petzl Vasics. They're a strap-on type crampon that will go over both your boot and the insulator without causing any problems. So this is just sort of a good all-around general mountaineering crampon, and it's also nice to have some sort of protective case for your pack so you don't tear into any of your gear. And the last thing for feet would be just a general camp bootie. I've had these forever. These are Western Mountaineering. It's just nice to have around camp to get out of your wet socks and your boots. Very lightweight, compressible. Nice to have around camp. And then socks. What I'm going to use is a couple of heavyweight socks. Okay, mostly I'm going to keep one pair dry for the summit. Darn tough mountaineering socks are good. These are Smart Wool Mountaineering Expedition socks. And then I'll have a couple of lighter weight socks that I can interchange on the lower glacier. So when one gets wet, I'll use a dry pair and sort of alternate these. Just a couple of high socks. So about 3 to 4 pairs of socks should do you. I don't use liners. Some people like a really lightweight liner. I've never had problems in my boots. And I'm just going to take some lightweight and heavyweight expedition socks. All right, so that covers the feet. So for your general upper body, you're going to need a couple of things. Probably don't want to necessarily overdo it here, but the layering system is important. All right, you need at least one sort of lightweight. This is a lighter color. It's nice. I got a lot of black stuff. It gets really hot when the sun's out, but this is a nice sort of underneath long sleeve Outdoor Research. It's mostly polyester and about 12% wool for the lower mountain, long sleeve for sun protection. Then I've got, for the upper mountain, I've got an extra base layer, which is just a thermal layer, which is tight. I can wear this under sort of any of my other layers. So I got two sort of lightweight base layers. Then I sort of got into my intermediate layers, okay? This is a long sleeve Patagonia Tech Wick, medium weight. Then I've got sort of a heavier weight, a little bit thicker, which you can use as a medium weight or, you know, on top of these. This is just an EMS Tech Wick, again, heavy duty, a little bit thicker. Now, for your medium to thicker layers, you're gonna need some sort of heavy shell. All kinds of sweaters out there. Patagonia makes a few R1 pullovers. This is just a thicker sort of fleece, heavyweight, lighter color to sort of reflect the sun that I'll use as an intermediate layer. And then I've got a Black Diamond shell, which also has a hood, okay? A little bit heavier, but so I've got two sort of medium to heavyweight layers here on top of those. Now, getting into your jackets. Some would just take a parka. I like a medium weight down, which is easily compressible, lightweight. This is an Outdoor Research. I think it's the Indecent hoodie. Compresses. You can put it inside its own pocket. Doesn't take up much room. Pretty warm, sort of medium layer down. Then you got to have your big parka for the summit. Lots of different brands here. This is just the First Descent down parka, heavyweight down parka with a stuff sack So you've got sort of a medium down, a heavy down jacket, and then you got to have your outer shell, okay, which should be windproof, heavy duty. This is a little less compressible, but I like this jacket. It's an Arc'teryx. It's got breathable underarm openings, good tie downs. This will be my overweight shell for the upper body. All right, moving along here to the lower body. A couple pairs of underwear. Don't have to do it here. Lightweight, dryable quickly. I'd say avoid cotton. These are just some like sort of spandex type underwear. Then I've got a lightweight base layer, which is just a sort of a lightweight, maybe for the lower glacier at nighttime when you're sleeping. And then a heavier weight base layer, probably for summit day. And you can put these on top of each other to combo that. Now, your next layer, these are first descent expedition pants, windproof, waterproof, nice zippers, got a little belt there built in. First descent, I've used these on multiple mountains. Good all around mountaineering pant. Downside is they're dark, black. You can't zip off the knees. They get a little bit warm if it's really sunny, but overall a good pant. And then on your exterior, for your multiple layering system for summit day, I've got the Mountain Hardware down. Zip off pants is important, so you can put these on or take them off depending on the weather. These zip all the way off and on, so you can put them on easily. Or at camp, if you're cold, you can stick these over your shells. Good all around pant there. And then you have your external windproof, waterproof shell. These are Outdoor Research. Again, these zip off all the way, so you can put them over all layers. It's got a full side zip, which is key to easily removing and putting on gear. Now, this is an extra piece of gear which I might use for the lower glacier depending on weight. This is just my basic hiking pant. Lighter weight, lighter color, so you don't get as hot. You got air vents, or you can take off the lower part of the pants. These are just an overall sort of lightweight, easy to use backpacking pant, which I will probably take for the lower glacier. That's sort of the lower body. And then we'll start with the head, upper body. Don't have to overdo it here. You need a couple of things. A buff's important for your neck, cover your face, use it as a sun protection. I've got a really, really lightweight. Of course, I got to take my Live, Learn, Explore, Wild Med Adventures buff, which is a lighter weight buff. And I've got my Aconcagua buff, which is a little bit thicker, more of a fleece, a little bit heavier duty if I need that on the upper mountain. I've got my hunting net gaiter, any kind of net gaiter, which is a little bit heavier duty fleece. Should keep your neck warm. Then a couple of things. I've got my Wild Med Adventures beanie, which can go under the helmet, fits nicely here. And then one buff, or not buff, but basically balaclava. I like this one. It's got the holes here. It's breathable, so you won't fog up your goggles. And then you could have your ski goggles on top of this. And then for the lower glacier, you want some type of sun hat. I'll take, again, my Wild Med Adventures sun hat, which sort of goes everywhere with me. So we'll use a sun hat, balaclava, a nice beanie, a couple of buffs, and a neck guard. That should be just about it. Some people will take a couple different balaclavas, but honestly, this should do it. This is probably even overkill. This should be everything you need for your hat and for your head. So moving on, for hands, I might get a lightweight fleece liner. These are sort of a medium weight, windproof. I'll probably use these for most everything. I know some other guys in our group have extra liners if we need them. But this is just a lightweight glove for all the lower stuff and cooking. Now I've got sort of a work glove for the lower glacier for ropes, if it's fairly warm. Got a leather palm. Pretty heavy duty. Not that insulating, but should be good on the lower glacier while you're cooking. And then I've got the Black Diamond guide glove, which has got a removable inside liner. Easy for working on fixed lines and still pretty warm. So a little bit heavier duty glove. And then for summit day, I've got the Outdoor Research Ultimate.